Break sends it in, headed away, and another corner kick upcoming. Ruben Break over there to take the corner kick. Side spinning ball in. Chested down by number 22, Quick. And out the sideline, throw in for the Cougars. Ball down the line, deflected away, and Ruben Break there to take another throw, gets it into Clevenger. Over to Ibarra. Ibarra plays it over the top. Harmon's onside, making the run, gets a touch, and Evan Horton able to come up and grab it. Ramos out to the near side. Out of play, throwing back to the Wildcats. Number 15, Esri takes the throw. Dunaway heads it in the air. Reether across the frame, Ibarra there. Drops back to Quick on the back line. He plays it back in. Nangle wins it with his chest. Nangle wide to Edson. Jacks Edson in control. Gives it back to Nangle, who plays it over the top. Dunaway will chase. Number 18, Carson Cash there. Edson comes in on the tackle on Rylan Holman and knocked out a play. Throw in for the Wildcats. Over to Holman. Dunaway comes in, gets the touch. Holman stays on the ball. Back across the middle. Zajac plays it in. Ramos there to steal, gets it to Reether. Rogan Reether faces. Reether still on the ball, looking for space. Drops it back to Ramos. Barra gets a touch. And Bandy steps in. Challenged by Harmon. Nangle comes in and is able to win it. Nangle tries to clear. Zajac is there to deflect and steal. Gets it up to Ibarra. Poked in by Zajac. And the Cougars clear to the sideline. Throw in for the Wildcats. Number 4, Holman, all the way back to Winfrey. One more back to number 25, Esri. I'm sorry, number 25 is Tate. Esri on the challenge with Jackson. Jackson gets it to Nangle, back to Jackson on the near side. Back to Crumrine. Crumrine through the middle. Clevenger there. Being defended by Winfrey. Reether on the back line, challenging on number 25, Tate. Quick's able to win it and turn, play it back into the middle of the field. Ball wide as Break plays it. Sent back in. Bandy plays it wide. That's in there. Up to Dunaway. Dunaway looking for an option, plays Jackson in. And goes through. Esri's there on the corner. Challenge for the ball. Esri's able to get it into Tate. Stolen away by Ramos. Ramos, good feet, gets it to Nangle. Nangle over to Spencer Jackson. Jackson one touch into Dunaway. Dunaway through to Clevenger. Clevenger, nice feet to settle. Ball back to Nangle in the middle. Nangle cuts it over to Reether. Reether finds Clevenger. Clevenger holds up play, gets Reether in. And just enough of a touch from Esri to deflect that to the keeper. Keeper Waylon Austin. Rolled out to the near side for Tate. Nangle comes in and wins the tackle. Jackson gets the loose ball, plays it ahead. And just behind Clevenger, the keeper, Austin, able to come up and grab it. Ball to the far side for number 4, Holman. Break comes in, pokes it in the air. Down the way there to settle. Deflected away by Harmon. Falls to Zajac. Zajac trying to turn. Plays it up ahead for Holman. Holman down the line. Ben Bandy steps in and knocks out a play. Throw in for the Wildcats. Ball to Ibarra. Crumrine steps and wins it. Looking for an option, finds Reether. Reether out on the attack. Reether looking to play Clevenger in. Clevenger's ahead. Quick, nice job getting back to help. Clevenger still fighting for the possession. Plays it to the near side for Jackson and knocked out a play. Throw in for the Cougars in the attacking third. Ball back to Ramos. Reether to Jackson. Ball stays in all the way to the corner. Reether gets a touch and gets fouled by number 15, Esri. Free kick for the Cougars in a dangerous spot as Reether got banged on the inside of the leg. He's trying to walk it off. Clevenger takes the kick on the backside. Edson gets a touch but can't control it off the chest. And it's a goal kick for the Wildcats. Quick, good ball over the top for Ibarra to chase. Number 55, Kazuka, gets there first. Crumrine, nice job recovering. And Crumrine clears it to the near side. Throw in for the Wildcats. Wildcats with 5 guys at the line to sub in. All right, after the subs are off, we're ready to restart play. Number 15, Esri, there to take the throw. Plays it into the middle of the field. Chappell there. Mangle steps and wins it over to Edson. Jacks Edson back in the middle of the field for Dunaway. Dunaway settles as he carries wide. Oops, sorry, left the camera. Edson back across the middle. Cleared away by the Wildcats. Break comes in to play it. Holman on the ball. Up to number 17, Mendoza. Ramos steals, tries to play the through ball, and all the way into the box. Waylon Austin there to win it. Ball back in the middle of the field. Crumrine with a nice head down. Up to Mendoza. Mendoza trying to turn. Plays it through. Bandy able to get there. Fight for the ball with number 28. That's Lakey. Edson connects to Clevenger. Plays it down the line for Dunaway to chase. Poked out a play by Tate and a throw in for the Cougars. Drake takes the throw, gets through the first line, and Austin's able to come off his line and gather it before trouble happens. Outlet to Mendoza, into the middle of the field. Crumrine gets there first. Gavin Tate comes onto it. Ramos steals. Ramos looking for the through ball up ahead. Gets through, but number 15, Esri, is able to come onto it. Esri trying to keep it in just out on the sideline, and a throw in upcoming for the Cougars. Ramos there to take the throw. Plays it down the line for Clevenger. Ball deflected and out of play. Last touch by Peraz. Throw in for the Cougars. Clevenger takes the throw to Dunaway, back to Clevenger. Clevenger gets through the challenge. Makes a touch. Esri there shielding. Esri to the corner and plays it out the side. I can't tell if it's a sideline or a throw in on the corner. Jackson plays it in. Esri heads it away. Jackson back in to Dunaway. And whistle blown. Was he offside? Huh. Handball called on that play. Esri takes the free kick, goes over Driscoll. Ramos there lets it roll out of play, and it's a throw for the Cougars back in the defensive side. Ramos down the line. Clevenger lets it run. Bounces over. Clevenger down the line. Being defended by Esri, looking for the cross. Clevenger cuts it back. Working across the box. Drops it to Jackson. Jackson tries to play him back in. Clevenger fighting for position on Esri. Gets to the end line. Clevenger, nice touch to get back across. Looking for an option. Plays it to Nangle. Nangle from the top. Deflected away. Defended by number 4, Holman. All the way to the near side. Ramos and Driscoll fight for possession. Ramos gets it back to Reether. Reether cuts it across. Leaves it for Dunaway. Dunaway swept away by number 12, Peraz. Ramos gets a touch back to Crumrine. Sent back in and deflected out of play by Jack Chappell, the freshman forward. And it's a throw in for the Cougars. 25 minutes left to play in this JV half. What's the... No. Big home run on the adjacent field. Came all the way onto our soccer field. And after the ball clearance, we have a throw in. Won by the Wildcats. Into the attack. Mendoza tries to play Chappell in, but Bandy's there to take it. And plays it out the sideline. Another throw in for the Wildcats. Ball into Driscoll. Nangle comes on the big tackle. Driscoll gets back and sweeps it down the line. Swept away by Crumrine. Break with his shoulder. Plays it back into the middle. Ball falls to Edson. Edson drops for a break on the far side. Number 28, Leahy defending. Down the line. Dunaway leaves it for Edson. Challenge comes in from Holman. Ball back to Nangle. Wide for Dunaway. Cash there to defend. Dunaway trying to get to the edge. And number 8, Winfrey, able to shield him off the ball. Boston outlets to Mendoza, stolen away by Nangle. Deflected by number 12, Peraz. Back to Mendoza. Jackson comes in. Mendoza is able to find Peraz on the near side. Up to Driscoll. Noah Driscoll there, carrying it back across the middle. Driscoll plays the ball through. Horton stays back on his line. And offside flag was, well, there's no flag, but offside call. Let's see if we can pick that up on the replay. Look at it again. From the replay, it doesn't look like it's offside. Brake plays it over the top. Clevenger's there at the top of the box. Clevenger gets away with the push off. Back heel. What a save by Austin. Falls back to Edson, who drops it to Dunaway. Over to Reether. Brake wants a strike at it and sends it way over the goal.
Great save by Waylon Austin.
Take a look again at that play as Brake got Clevenger in. Clevenger got away with the push there, I think, and then back heeled it. And the freshman Waylon Austin able to get it off the line. All right, goal kick upcoming for the Wildcats. Played short to number 8, Winfrey. Back across the frame to Peraz. Into the middle. Nangle steps to win it. Number 25, Tate wins it back. Ball into the corner. Driscoll's there to receive. Drop back to Mendoza. Deflected by Crumrine. Mendoza still fighting for it. Crumrine's able to turn it wide. Gets it to Ramos to try to clear. Driscoll back to the ball. Driscoll looking to the end line, plays it across with his left. Runs all the way through. Number 25, Tate, get in there with Edson. Jax Edson and Ruben Brake. Quick into Holman. And into the box. Horton's able to save it for the Cougars. Evan Horton punts it over the midfield. Number 8, Winfrey there. Wins it down. Deflected on the challenge, and Wildcats clear it to the far side. Nangle to Brake. Deflected away off of Nangle. And it's a throw for the Wildcats. Wildcats have some subs in the line. 21 minutes left to play in this JV half. Ball into Ibarra. Zajac there, number 3. Carrying down the line. Tries to play Lakey in. Ramos clears. Nangle heads it back into the middle. Crumrine tries to clear. Kazuka stolen back by Brake. Up to Clevenger. That is Clevenger. Nice touch to get through. Being defended by Esri. Quick comes in. Ian Quick. And deflects it. Back to Peraz. Ramos sends it back over the top. Jackson's fighting to the corner, to the sideline, and out of play. Wildcats throw. Ball back in the middle. Brake told on himself for the handball. And free kick for the Wildcats. Ibarra there to take the free kick. First touched by Chappell. In a transition for the Cougars. Reether plays Jackson in. Peraz defending. Esri coming back. Austin comes off his line, and just in time, Austin able to get to it as Jackson had to jump over the keeper. Austin out to the far side. Winfrey on the ball. Brake comes in to touch it back to Edson. Edson back into the middle. Ibarra there to steal. Ibarra turns, connecting to Quick. Back to Ibarra on the run in the midfield. Plays Kazuka in, but he's offside. And it's a free kick for the Cougars. All right, Grayson Crumrine there to take the free kick for the Cougars after the offside. Over the top as Clevenger runs. Esray shielding. Esray into the corner and out of play for a throw-in, it looks like. Back into Reether. Into the middle, Dunaway steals, able to turn. Dunaway back across to Brake. Brake gets through. Ruben Brake puts in the goal, and the Cougars take the 1-0 lead. Ruben Brake. Yeah.
Goal scored for New Heights by number 24, Ruben Brake.
Take a look back on replay. As Dunaway finds Brake, Brake able to make that touch through. All right. Restart a play with the kickoff. Chapel all the way back. That was to number 3, Zajac. Over to Quick. Breaks there to challenge. On the far side as Harmon drops it back to Ibarra. Edson comes in and steals. Edson cuts it back into the middle, looking for Clevenger. Clevenger, nice touch to settle. Deflected by Dunaway as Winfrey tries to clear. Over to Zajac and out of play. Throw in for the Wildcats. Zajac there to take the throw, plays into Ibarra. Ibarra chips it ahead. Headed down into the middle of the field. Mendoza there for it. Ibarra on the ball. Plays it over the top. Zajac chasing, takes the quick touch, and over the goal. Goal kick upcoming for the Cougars. Lucas Nangle back to take the goal kick. Nangle it back into the middle of the field. Zajac able to win it. Edson comes in on the challenge and wins it off of the Wildcats, but Edson took the brunt of the play there. And he takes the throw up to Edson. Stolen by Ibarra in the middle. Edson comes back in, deflected off a break. Ibarra back to it. Able to get it wide to Quick. Quick down the line, connecting to Lakey. Up to Chapel. And sent in Evan Horton there to pick it up. Horton back to the middle of the field. Edson tries to settle. Deflected back to Quick. Challenge on the ball. Falls to Chapel. Goes for the one touch. And wide of the frame. Goal kick upcoming for the Cougars. 14 minutes left to play here in this JV half. Cougars leading over the Wildcats 1-0. Jackson and Ibarra fight for the ball. Ball loose in the middle. Nangle gets a touch to break. Stolen back by Quick. Break back to the ball. Wide to Edson. Edson keeps it in. Edson with a nice cutback on the turn. Zajac able to fight back for possession. Edson still battling him. Ball played out of play on the sideline and throw in for the Wildcats. Brake heads it back into the middle. Nangle ahead. Quick gets a touch on it. Able to settle. Leaves it for Ibarra. Ibarra over the top to the right side. And chase to the corner. Bandy there. Trying to let it roll. It stays in as he makes a nice touch down the line. Bandy with room to carry. Plays it up to Brake. Brake opens up. Ibarra there defending. Brake with room to carry. Brake plays it across to Reether. And Reether can't control it. Knocked away by the Wildcats. Throw in for the Cougars. Reether takes the throw into Clevenger, making the diagonal. Clevenger trying to get to the end line. Plays it across. And deflected out of play by Ian Quick. Corner kick upcoming for the Cougars. Rogan Reether there to take the corner. Ball sent across. Brake gets a touch to deflect and goes just wide of the frame. And it's a goal kick for the Wildcats. Restart short. That's Esri with the ball. Reether comes in a challenge and a little too hard on Cash, but no foul called. Austin able to get it to the far side for Zajac. Edson challenging. Zajac carrying down the line. Bridge touch ahead. Bandy there. Gets it back to Edson. Zajac able to step back in to shield the win. Into Mendoza. Across to Ibarra in the middle. Ibarra looks to play it ahead to Quick. Quick gets in. Quick one-on-one. Takes the shot and puts it wide of the frame. And goal kick for the Cougars. Nice opportunity for the Wildcats as Ibarra able to find Quick in on the run. Permine takes the goal kick, gets it into the middle of the field. Zajac there, playing the drop all the way back to Austin, the keeper. Waylon Austin with time. Edson comes to pressure. Austin clears it, but breaks right there, takes the strike. Well defended by the Wildcats' number 8, Winfrey. Zajac touches wide as Brake defends. Brake's able to get a touch on it, plays it back into the middle of the field. Runs through as Reether gets it. Jackson plays Clevenger in. Clevenger, far post, and Titus Clevenger scores the goal. The Cougars take the 2-0 lead here in the JV half.
Goal for New Heights scored by number 5, Titus Clevenger.
Under 9 minutes left to play in the JV half. Cougars now leading 2-0 over the Wildcats. Chapel will restart play. Got back to Quick. Over the top of Brake. He touches it wide out of play on the far side. And a throw for the Wildcats. Kind of a big swing in momentum there as Quick was in to tie the game. Put it wide, and then the Cougars were able to answer to make it 2-0 instead of 1-1. Dunaway gets it up to Clevenger. Clevenger turning, gets through Mendoza on the challenge. Tries to play Edson in. And too direct as Austin's able to come up to the top of the box to grab it. Zajac plays it wide. Stolen away by Dunaway. Drop to break. Break carrying across, cuts it through to Clevenger. Clevenger tracks back to win it. Number 4, Holman comes on. Stolen back by the Cougars. Break plays it into Jackson. One touch to Clevenger. Clevenger looking for an option. Able to turn. Clevenger wins on the first challenge. Gets it wide to Dunaway. Dunaway to the corner and deflected away. It's a corner kick for the Cougars. Side spinning ball in. Cleared away by Carson Cash, and out the sideline throw in now for the Cougars. Edson back to Reether on the throw. Over to Break. Break makes a nice cut, gets space in the middle. Break still on the ball. Ball is deflected away by Quick. Dunaway fighting for it. Number 18, Cash, gets it up to Mendoza. Mendoza in the middle of the field for Quick. Break gets a touch. Dunaway comes in to challenge on Zajac. Able to get it up to Quick. Jackson comes back to defend. Grayson Crumrine there. Quick gets it through. Ramos there, stepping. Zajac on Ramos. Ramos finds Break. Break touch ahead. Zajac able to shield the turn. Gets it to the near side for Essery. Essery keeps it in, and Reiner Ramos able to deflect it out of play, throwing for the Wildcats. Subs at the line for the Wildcats, so we'll hold up play. About 15 minutes long, or 15 seconds long on the clock at the moment. Throw in, Break wins the shoulder over the top to Dunaway. Dunaway looking for Edson. Takes on the challenge on Cash. Number 28, Lakey comes in to clear. And it's a throw in for the Cougars on the far side. Bandy takes the throw. Edson finds Dunaway. Dunaway across the field. Reether there for it. Reether, nice cut back with the left and sends it over the goal. Goal kick for the Wildcats. Austin plays it short for number 12, Peraz. Across the field, Edson wins the header. Number 4, Holman heads it to the far side. Dunaway wins it. Dunaway steps through, takes the strike. Austin deflects and able to get back on top of it. Nice strike by Jackson Dunaway. Mendoza with the ball. Able to connect to Harmon. Harmon out ahead for Kazuka. Ramos able to win it back. Harmon and Ramos. Ball dropped all the way back. Mendoza plays it back in. Jackson there to sweep it away. Spencer Jackson. And it's a throw for the Wildcats. 3:30 to play. Peraz takes the throw. Loose ball in the middle. Cash plays it in. Number 28, Lakey running on. Number 4, Holman, gets Kazuka in, and Kazuka, the senior, scores the goal. And the Wildcats claw one back, 2-1.
And that's goal number 4 on the evening, scored by a senior, number 55, Kazuka. Sorry, do better.
All right, restart of play. Clevenger played it short to Dunaway. Dunaway into the attack, plays it ahead of Edson and out of play, throw in for the Wildcats. Tate gets the drag touch but can't control it, out of play back to the Cougars. Reeder there on the ball. Reeder cuts it in. Poked away by Cash. And Kazuka tries to settle, goes out of play, throw in for the Cougars. Under 2 minutes to play. Ramos takes the big throw down the line. Drop back into the middle of the field. Austin has to clear. And it's another throw for the Cougars. Bryner Ramos takes a throw short to Clevenger. Titus Clevenger gets a touch down the line, holds up play, being defended by Peraz, sends it across, headed down, falls to Brake. Brake chips it into the air. Reeder there to try to settle. Reeder far post, and Reeder answers back, and the Cougars take the 3-1 lead. Brogan Reeder with the goal. Brogan. Reeder.
Brogan Reeder with the goal for New Heights.
Ball sent back into the middle of the field. Bouncing ball over top of Kremrine. Kazuku there fighting for it. Ramos chips it away. Chappell sends it back in. Kazuka back in, trying to find an angle. Chappell there, cleared away by Krumrine. Vandy comes to defend. Being challenged. Jax Edson gets to it, plays it wide for Dunaway. Dunaway down the line, looking to send Clevenger. Clevenger across. Takes the shot near post. And Titus Clevenger puts one in at the buzzer to make it a 4-1 final for the Cougars.
The final whistle on the JV game, Cassville 1, New Heights 4. Couple of upcoming events right here on this field. Saturday at 3 p.m. is the alumni game. Come watch the stars of yesteryear relive their childhood out here on this field, and have a good time.
All right, that's all we have for you tonight. We'll be back Saturday morning at 10 a.m. To take on Sacred Heart at OCC.
Against
We'll send you through the JV recap as we close out.
So we hope to see you here on Tuesday night. You didn't get that on video.